the track for you. It's at 130 beats per minute. It's just drums and bass. It was done by Band in the Box, so if you don't like the bass line or the drums, don't blame me. It was the computer that did it. I'm going to just show you some rootless voicings that you can use, and also maybe a couple of the scales that are useful in improvising over this song. So I'm going to start with the D minor, and I got the root in there. It's okay, no problem. So anyway, let's start with a fuller chord here. We'll use looks like an F6, but of course it's D minor 7th. So what did we do? F, okay. Yeah, so we're just going to go like that. Then we repeat that. All right. Yeah. And for C minor, let's use the rootless voicing here. That's C minor, and then we'll just use this 3-note version of this chord, all right, which we're going to call like the A position or the first position for this shape, okay? All right. If you don't understand that, don't worry. We do that twice, then we get to the next part, and we're going to use the F minor rootless voicing here, and the first position here of this, all right? That's the extra note if you want to put it in, but I like the 3-note versions. They give you more freedom. And then for E flat major 7th, this is good, or the 6-9 is a good chord too. Especially if you're moving to A flat and you just want to change that one note. Okay. That's A flat. 3-note version is good too. And then we're back to the same thing we did before, almost. The 2, the 5, and the 1. All right, and right here, I just think a nice 2-handed voicing here, like this. All right, then this is for playing along with the track, because the bass player will hit that B flat. Bridge. Okay, here's where everybody gets a little bit screwed up here. So it's an E flat minor. And it's a 2-5-1 in the key of D flat, and that's what this scale is, a D flat major scale. Right? All right. So now we can't really play this chord, so we'll just play the guide tones. And then here, we could just play like a D flat triad. Right? Or just play these 2 notes. Same thing here. Get out of the way and just put like the 3rd and the 5th of the chord or the whole chord. All right, and right there, use this as your F7 chord. Either one's going to sound great. And then at the end is a slight different thing. It's like, instead of going to D minor, it goes to a D flat, like 6th chord. All right? And the thing to do is take your chord here, D flat, and move it down to C. All right? Hold that B flat down. And then the B. And then like a B flat chord. Or add the 5th, or add the 6th, or play it in root position. Okay, whatever you want to do. So that last part is like, all right, and you could leave that B flat out because you got it going up here and just go. Maybe add the 6th right there, something like that. All right, let's run the track and see how far we get with it. So I'll just play the rootless voicings first, and then I'll start to improvise a little bit, but it'll be very simple. Let's see what the ending's like. Lots of famous endings for this stuff. And then hit the chord there on the beat. I haven't figured out how to get Band in the Box to do that yet. I'm a novice. All right, so one little reharm I do in the improv section where the ride cymbal's going is on the last verse. It's an A-B-A form, so in the last A section, we're doing like that. And then the second time, all right, this is like D flat. So we're following the cycle of fifths and going to G flat. And then it can go to where it normally goes, which is either F7 or B7, all right, which could be like a F7 altered, actually. So let's see what would be a good way to do this. Yeah, like that. And that's a B7 there. But you could also think of it as F altered, right? Sharp 9 there. That's the reharm. And as far as the scales go, stick to a B flat here. It doesn't quite fit that chord, does it? All right, so you might have to make a little alteration there. So what's in the chord here that's... All right, so A is no good. There's an A flat. So see, we got a B here, so maybe I'll change it to like that or something. Yeah. So what do we got here? All right, and I guarantee you that's one of those fancy scales with a fancy name. Yeah. Yeah, that is, what is that? That's Lydian dominant mode. But you see, I didn't think Lydian dominant there. I just thought about what notes are going to sound good with this chord, sticking with the key of B flat. All right. So right there, that doesn't sound good. All right, but now I'll stick to B flat as much as I can. And I come up with that scale, okay? And this is how the old-timers did it. They didn't go to college and study the Lydian dominant scale and learn how to play it in all 12 keys and learn when to apply it or any of that stuff. They just said, hey, if I play the A there, it's going to sound like crap, so I'm not going to do that. I come up with that scale, all right? C minor and F, that's a 2-5-1 in B flat, so just stick to B flat. Or if you know something fancy to play on the dominant chord, like the diminished scale, or the altered scale, or whatever scale you think sounds good, then you're good there. Then we go to F minor, B flat 7th, and E flat, so just stick to the E flat scale. 2-5-1s, do the scale of the 1. Little passing note there if you want. All right, here we get to this chord A flat, and let's see. So right away, again, the A doesn't sound very good. And that doesn't sound very good either because of that note. So, all right. But let me stick to B flat here. Check that out. That part of B flat sounds good. And I guarantee you that's some kind of a fancy scale with a fancy college name on it. Lydian dominant again for A flat. All right, there's the Lydian. There's the dominant. The flat 7 kind of infers a dominant. And then we get to goes kind of fast through there. The B section especially is really great to practice on. Do you know D flat major scale? Do you know why this tape is on my hand. It's because I had trigger finger surgery about a month ago, and this is for therapy. So sorry, it's kind of annoying. It won't be on here much longer, but it seems to be doing a good job. So I'm going to take the D flat major scale. Right? And you know, the dominant chord is where you want to slip off of that scale a little bit. Okay? If you can. Personally, I think if you can't find a good sounding line just using the D flat major scale, you're going to have a hard time using those other scales too. So come up with something good on just that scale. There, that was marvelous. We just think of this as a B major instead of C flat. So we got the 2 chord, the 5 chord, and the 1. So we got to use B major scale. All right, the easiest scale for the hand. All right, so fly on this one. All right, go ahead. And then just get back into the key of B flat. And then, like I say, go back into the B flat real quickly. And then you're back into that last A section. And it's a little tricky right near the end too, because the chords change. So we've got, then we go to that D flat. All right, so there's a pentatonic scale. There's another pentatonic scale. That's a pentatonic scale, but wasn't B pentatonic. And then you want it to come out on B flat. And, this is a part I always had a little difficulty with. To get that last thing to snap off on the end there is nice. Played the wrong chord though. Yeah, and it'd be nice to hit that chord, wouldn't it, Tony? Come on, get with it. That's okay. Kind of needs more of a chord though, like that. Yeah. So just practice the end. Oops. Yeah, okay. Good enough. I've got another track for you. Hit the like and subscribe. You can always go to click on my little picture down in the description there, and it goes to my YouTube page. And then if you hit videos, you see all the millions of videos I've put up, and you can search my videos. You can just search for any song and then put my name in it, and it might come up. But you can actually go to my YouTube channel and actually search through the videos to find something maybe that you're looking for by a keyword or whatever. But anyway, the next track's going to be about the blues in F. Put out one recently about the blues in C, so I think you'll like this one.